teaching the reactivity series, which one is the most reactive metal, I always start by talking about, hey, you've got to be on the periodic table the most metally metal there is. Right down at the bottom of group 1. That's the most metally metal. Have a look on the periodic table, and they look, and it's francium, and they go, oh, what country do you think that was named after? France, of course it is. Polonium's named after Poland. Francium's named after France. There's a problem with francium, and we don't include it on the reactivity series because if you've got a few atoms of francium, they break apart. It's one of the ones that's just not stable. It breaks apart, and as a consequence, yes, it's the most reactive metal, but we don't use it on the reactivity series. It's on the periodic table, yes, but it's not used industrially very much. So, the first one we mentioned is up on group 1. Group 1 are the most reactive metals, but the first one that we use is potassium. It's our most reactive metal that is generally used, is possible to buy and use. So potassium comes top of the list. And then next, further up, sodium, Na, because the Germans call it natrium. Potassium K, because the German who discovered it called it kalium. And lithium, Li. So, the mnemonic that reminds you of which ones are the most reactive, start with group 1, then group 2, then group 3. Because group 1 is the most reactive. Put it in water, boom. Especially if you use a big bit. Small bits whiz around, fire. The fires, because the lithium, sodium, or potassium are reacting with water, making the hydroxide, kicking out the hydrogen, displacing it, and the hydrogen burns because hot hydrogen near oxygen is going to give flames. So, potassium, sodium, lithium. So, the mnemonic I use is please for potassium, send for sodium, lions for lithium, please send lions. And I build up the mnemonic saying it over and over again each time, making it more interesting. So the next one, top of group 2, now not boron or beryllium because they're not used very much. Don't need them for your chemistry exams, your GCSEs, your HSCs or your IBs. So, please, oh, which atom was please? Oh, potassium. I always interact with my students in the class or one-to-one tutorials. So I go, okay, let's write down, please, potassium. What was next? Send. Oh, yes. Please send sodium. Please send what? And we're making a list going down like this. And we might, if that becomes difficult to remember, make the list go horizontal, but then you have to squash the words up quite a bit in order to get them on one line with potassium, sodium, lithium. Please send lions. Please send lions. And the next one, oh well, at the top of group 2, magnesium. So we need an animal that starts with an M, and the one that students might decide on a different animal. Mongoose or something. I use monkey. Most of my students will go for monkeys at that point. Please send lions, monkeys, calcium, bones, Ca. Calcium, also concrete, to make your concrete buildings. Please send monkeys, lions, a K word. So, mostly I go for cats, but I let my students choose. I won't write koalas though, because that's a K, which is potassium again. So, please send monkeys, cats. Please send lions, monkeys, cats. Next, because the rest of group 2, They're underneath potassium in group 1. Don't use them, they're rare, they're not used in industry, you don't need them for your exams. We're not going to do all 92 metals here. Only the famous ones you need for your exams. Please send lions. So I go through it again and again. 3 send lions. Monkeys. Cats. AL. Oh yeah, and A. The L didn't quite make it, but oh well. If you can make a better mnemonic, let me know. AL and what's next? Oh, carbon. Carbon's an important one because if you're above carbon, the first few ones I've just mentioned, group 1, 2, 3, you have to use electricity, so it's quite expensive to extract the metals. This is why those ones are expensive, these ones are cheaper, that come after carbon. And oh yes, C for crazy. So I have to keep looking down because I'm talking to C for crazy. Crazy zebras. Because after carbon comes Z, and then we look in the periodic table going, who's the Z metal? Zinc. Crazy zebra into iron. Iron makes bridges, and it's the car engine and the box of the car. The outside of the skin of the car that's painted. Iron, that's why it's painted, to stop the iron rusting, which has had a little bit of carbon to make it into steel. Iron. And then into lovely hot countries. Lovely. Oh, L, lead, which is PB in the periodic table because it was discovered by the Greeks and the Romans. They called it plumbago, PB. We call it lead. L. Into lovely hot hydrogen. Yeah, hydrogen's the non-metal that's in here, but it's important to be in this list because hydrogen gives away electrons just like metals do. That's why American periodic tables have hydrogen at the top of group 1 and everyone else has it sort of floating around on its own because group 1 is grey metals. Hydrogen's not a grey metal, it's in balloons that explode. Into lovely hot countries. What's the C? Copper? Yes! Countries. Signed General Penguin. I like it. It's like the penguin from Madagascar going, and this is what you do with all these animals. Signed General Penguin. Signed is silver, General is gold, Penguin is potassium. Yes, I got them all. Okay, and one more time, and I go through it the next lesson with them and get the sentence and what's happening so it becomes like a story and then they can remember it easier. It's easy to remember the first few because it's just go up group 1, go up group 2, go up group 3. But then it goes all over the place. Please send lions, cats, monkeys and crazy zebras into lovely hot countries signed General Penguin. Potassium, sodium, lithium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, carbon, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver, gold, platinum.